XRP is at 34 cents, guys. Wow, we are suddenly dumping once again, right? Interesting. So it seems to me like, guys, this is fascinating. XRP is moving in a solo fashion, right? It pumped while Bitcoin was stable, and it dumped while Bitcoin was a little bit ranging, right? Even though we did see a little bit dump, but this is fascinating. Maybe, just maybe, a decoupling soon, guys. That's what we need in the first place, right? To get everything going. But now, because financial value only. New Italy says 50% of all passengers on 2 flights coming to Milan from China had, you guys know, right? So we see this narrative brewing once again, guys. It seems like we're living in a pattern or loop, right? Again and again and again. When it ends, when it quote unquote ends, it comes back, right? Here we go, 2.0 on the way. You guys can see US to impose mandatory. See that for travelers from China aged 2 and over due to surge in. You guys can see, right? Wow. So this truly is inbound, guys, right? Again, guess what happened last time this took place, right? The market's pumped, right? Think about that just for a moment, guys. The stock market pumped like there was nothing happening in the economy, right? Or in the world. Isn't that fascinating? We live in an upside down world. Why would someone need to be paid that actors during that you guys know, right?
It's had a really huge impact on your family.
It seems like a lot of people are getting exposed, guys, left and right. Remember, we're entering what? We're about to enter 2023, which is what the year of truth, right? Christine Lagarde favorite number 7, the wise owl. That heart attack, right? Latin to English. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Goes back to what? Possibly it's all deep-rooted. Why? Trump's quote-unquote calm before the storm statement on 10/5/2017, October 5th, 2017 occurred exactly 888 days prior to March 11, 2020, the C hoax declaration. Now, 3/11/2020, March 11, 2020, right? We have seen that number before as well, which was when Mr. Poole's image, right, an Ouroboros eating itself up, was exactly 222 days or months after the world government's 9/11/2001 scripted event, right? So this is how we know we live in a damn simulation, guys, that everything's pre-planned, right? That everything's planned ahead of time. Our entire life in this place is scripted exactly, right? Or at least what the major events, right? At least the overall system. That's when it's all scripted, guys. Your day-to-day life, most likely it's not, but I'm not quite sure, right? Wow, this is just crazy stuff. And then, like we talked about before, everything has to go back to ancient times. Fact check true. 4,000 years later, and we are back to the same language, right? When I seen this, guys, it's actually pretty crazy. Wow. All pictures, right? All emojis. And look at the past, guys. The past, once again, proves the future, right? It's the same thing right here. The past, once again, proves the future, which is interesting, guys. So what's even the point of staying in the system? There isn't, right? Real life begins. True joy, true happiness, true abundance, guys, takes place when you reach that state, right? But people believe it's not the case. I don't know. It's there's a lot of fascinating stuff to talk about, but now guys, we're from XRP and XRP community. Now this is quite interesting from David Schwartz, right? Here we go. After a 2-hour drive that took 6 hours due to 3 road closures and atrocious driving conditions, 2 days without power, and a transformer exploding right on top of us, we have given up and checked into a Hilton. How's your vacation going? It seems like they're on a vacation, right? It's fascinating stuff, guys. Go time, perhaps. I'm not sure if people are talking about decoding, right? Is that some sort of code? But you know what's fascinating? Palm Tree Crew. Look at this, guys. Brad Garlinghouse, right? A Palm Tree Crew, right? But you guys have to remember, there's possibly a deeper meaning to all of this. Why? Because Palm Tree Crew. Mr. Poole tweets at 6/30/2020. Coincidence, right? Look at this, guys. What do we see? The Palm Tree Crew, right? From Mr. Poole as well. I'm pretty sure that's the 4-hour per week workday or work week, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting stuff, guys. Now, it even goes deeper, which is quite crazy, right? When we're talking about Brad Garlinghouse, who is he? Lodestar Part 2. Brad, the knight, kept that ace up his sleeve and kept it close. We see a card right there, right up his sleeve. Just, he's timing it perfectly, basically. The rumors were flying, but Brad kept that ace up his sleeve and kept it close. From Lodestar 2, 2019. Mr. Poole, which card could it be though? The Ace of Diamond. If I'm not mistaken, guys. Ace of Diamonds' general meaning. A new opportunity may be coming your way, especially pertaining to work and money. This playing card can also foretell a scholarship, an unexpected win or financial gain. An unexpected win or financial gain. Guys, it's so simple and so easy. Who's ready? I am. Brad Garlinghouse needs to play this. Already needs to play this damn card, but what is he waiting for? Exactly. A specific reason, right? This specific event to play this card. Wait a minute. What? This card could be pertaining to what? The Ripple vs SEC case? I'm not quite sure, guys. Or something else. Comment down below. But from Racketed, guys, this is crazy, right? We're not making any of this stuff up. I noticed in this picture on the wall, the visible and invisible ledgers are in the water. In the poker game, only the invisible ledgers are on the table, right? As you guys can see, the two different ledgers, it's separated as well. They appear to be in the pot in the middle of the table, right? So where are the what? Visible ledgers. Oh, and remember, watch the water as well, right? A lot of water talk recently. Don't forget that, guys. Last year, prosperity was on the shelf. You guys can see right there. Then this year, it's on the clock. Tick tock, right? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, folks. This is fascinating stuff because prosperity leads to what? Which color could it be? But where does it lead us to? Prosperity, right? And abundance, which could be pertaining to possibly this card as well. Prosperity, luck, right? Who knows? Interesting. The shelves are cleared, right? 64. Another 64 connection right here. Wow. A lot of crazy connections if you ask me, guys. You'll find your answer in the books. Mr. Poole gave us our clue to look for. Wow, you guys have to remember that, right? Read books to get wisdom. To find wisdom. BG123 had the bookshelf. Poole gave us the clue with his name on the timeline. Now, if guys, this is crazy because if we're talking about Mr. Poole told us to read books, right? To find out wisdom, because wisdom is imprinted into the books. That tells us that the past proves the future once again, right? The past proves the future once again. So, BG123 had the bookshelf. Oh, that's interesting. Which we've seen before. Poole gave us the clue. Gave us the clue with his name on the timeline, right? So, what's next? What's next on the shelf? Basically, the sign of prosperity. In blue is next, which in BG123 new post is on the clock, ready for prosperity. Time is counting down for it. Exactly, guys. And this is where Brad possibly plays that card, right? And there's a domino effect, a waterfall effect, or a ripple effect that leads to us where? That leads us to where, guys? Brad Garlinghouse, a knight, plays his ace up his sleeve, right? Card, and then which leads us to the ticking time bomb, which tells us what? Prosperity. Wow, abundance, right? It's so simple and super easy. This is crazy, guys. We're not making any of this stuff up. No, we're not. Interesting. Today is yesterday was National Card Playing Day, and as well today is TikTok Day, right? Interesting stuff. I'm not saying anything is going to happen, but who knows? 12:28, 12:29 Poole's time. The end is just the beginning. Could it be? The end is just the beginning. Sure seems like it, guys. But you know what's fascinating? Truth, right? A lot of talk about truth because December 29th, 2019. Do you believe in coincidences? The truth will be told. the truth will be told, folks. Wow. The blue brick stands out the most for me in this riddle at the moment. I've made many connections and learned a bit of the back of this. I'm sure for others to maybe do the same. Here's one on the Druids. For the Druids, the color blue symbolized truth, right? Wow. Once again, leads back to ancient times, folks. Then, the important three was very important to Druidry. Aside from the threefold death and the three classes of Druids, there was a belief that the universe was divided into three parts. The Celts had also adopted the ancient symbol of the three conjoined spirals as well, right? 3 parts. Everything happens within threes, guys. Isn't that fascinating stuff, right? 3 is a very beautiful number if you ask me. 3, 6, and 9. Now, well, all numbers have their specific role, right? Like you and me. Who or what will be sacrificed? Eyes on December 30th, as you guys can see. Interesting, Archie posted this on 11:03, December 25th, 2022. What? Saturn, right? Fascinating stuff. Now, attention! My account was hacked 3 years ago from XRP Productions, and the hackers just have apparently been posting jokes and BS this entire time. I've taken back control now and will return to only truthful content. XRP to $589 by January, right? But January, which month is that truly? Final phase begins as well from Cryptomaniac. Interesting. March, you guys can see. Thinking Orthodox New Year is January 14th. Making Julian calendar January 1st. Trump to 88 million. 8 dashes. Tweets of the millennial. Right? If you check this out though, look at this. Orthodox New Year, known as the Old New Year, is on January 14th, 2023. It is celebrated in the Julian calendar as the start of the new year. If you break down Mr. Poole's DS of 9/7/2022, it possibly equals to January 14th, 2023, right? Wow. Think currency, think fireworks. But it goes even crazier, guys, because January, February, March, if we take the snowballs as January, February, March, right? The 3 different months. Once again, what does it take us to? It takes us to spring. Wow. It's because you guys can see spring revealing itself right there, guys, right? It's updated. Spring is definitely revealing itself. From winter to spring. Then it goes even crazier because March 25th, right? Spring is when? March. So when is Christmas actually? March 25th is actually 12/25 Christmas. If March is Christmas, then April is a new year where everything springs. Right? Exactly, guys. So remember that. What was it? The ace up Brad Garlinghouse sleeve, which is what that card that could be played possibly for the Ripple SEC case. I'm not sure though, because we are going through the constellation cycles. He talks about in this video about the 13 different months, which we have seen before, but the 13th month placed between February and March will be called Vern due to its proximity to the vernal equinox and the beginning of spring. We see right here, calendar, 13 months, 28 days each, 1 neutral day. The new year is April 1st. April, May, June, Sol, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 1 neutral day. March, right again. 13 moons and 28 days on all turtle shells. This equals to 364 days plus 1 day of rest. All indigenous people around the world knew the wisdom of the turtle and followed a 13-month calendar. After all, there are 13 moon cycles in a year and 27-29 days per cycle. It's almost as if they subtracted 1 month in order to cut the connection between the people and the sun, moon, and stars, which are themselves a giant's clock, right? Wow, fascinating stuff, guys. This is crazy stuff, right? Because your diamond hands will make you smile on this day. Also, will be my last here. Look at this. 3/20/21, right? Smile, smile. Then a little more content for this. Origins of April Fool's Day. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar as called for by the council back in 1563. In the Julian calendar, as in the Hindu calendar, the new year began with the spring equinox around April 1st, right? You're celebrating April Fool's Day, which you are a fool at that point in time, right? I stated back a little bit ago that at this point in time you need to be a fool. Why? Because that's the only way to maneuver right through the obstacles, because of the world being flipped up on its head, right? This is crazy stuff if you ask me, folks. Now, the fountain for today's video comes from Baba Cooks. Illusions will be shattered. Truth always wins. Right? Exactly. 2023. Here we go. You guys ready? Because I am. That means the Ripple case will finally conclude. Hopefully. Not financial advice. Not financial advice and not financial advice. But anyways, that's all for you guys. Mason, and I guess. See ya.